Oh, we're all here, and today we are in Skyrim, and yeah, it's been a while. So if you're on my Discord, you might know that this is going to be the last, effectively, it's the last Skyrim video. If you're not on Discord, on my Discord anyway, then yeah, this is going to basically be my last Skyrim video, pretty much. Uh, it's a couple of reasons, but it's mainly due to the fact that I just want to move on to do something else. There's some other little smaller factors as well here and there, but the primary reason is I just want to move on and do other things. Obviously, some people might like that, some other people might not like that, but but that's what it is. Because after all, at the end of the day, I don't do this for a job. I don't do this for money or anything like that. I just do this because I want to have a bit of fun. Um, and obviously my upload schedule is a little bit different, but it's been a bit lackluster with content at the moment because it's just modding for PlayStation has gotten a bit not so much. Oh, I have to be kind of honest here. Stagnant, shall we say? It's not to say that there isn't good mods being released. It's just it's a lot of smaller minor changes and visual changes and stuff like that, which isn't always the easiest to do on video. So it's like trying to pick something that I think could work in the video well. It's a little bit harder now. Ever since all the updates that they did to the game and the creation kit and this and that and the other, la 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 and blah blah blah, and what is actually interesting, what's not interesting. And it's just basically, it's gotten to the point where it's like, you know what, I think it's time to move on from Skyrim. Doesn't mean that this is the final Skyrim video ever, but what will most likely happen is that, because I'm still working on mods, I've taken a bit of a hiatus from mod work for a bit, just for a short bit, just wanted to take a break from it, and then go back to it when have a bit more motivation to do it. And hopefully I'm going to hope to get back to that soon. And so then, if it's in like a mod I'm working on and I release it, then yeah, I will probably do a video on it because it'll probably be like a show off video or walkthrough video, kind of depending on which mod it is, sort of thing like that. But in the ways of generalized showcases, like just the standard showcase of like, oh, here's like a selection of free mods from other authors, so on, so on, so on. That kind of structured videos is basically stopping. So this is basically the last one. I'm not going to be doing like, oh, let's do a countdown on my top 10 and blah 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 this and blah blah that. I'm not going to do a big send off because it's not the end of Skyrim. It's just the end of mod showcasing. So it's like, I might come back to Skyrim for just casual play, but not showing off mods. Obviously I was going to come back to with special episodes of Skyrim. It's a mod that I've been working on and uploaded. So it's not a complete end, it's just time to move on. And we're not going to do a big countdown of stuff, it's just, here's a selection of mods, see you in the next video kind of style, basically, that's all it is. But in this video, we've got 3 mods to look at. We're going to be looking at 2 kind of house mods. One of them is just slightly different than the other, I think, but two different house mods of 2 different styles, and a mod that also, and another mod that is not a typical PlayStation mod because technically they had to do some trickery with it, basically. So I'm not going to go into the details on that. I'll let, if you've got questions about it, you can ask the mod authors themselves, because they have a Discord, so you can ask them about it. Also, I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but that's the one we're going to cover first because it's a very simple, basic one of what it does. So the first one we're looking at is the TK interface overhaul, which is done by TK Mods PSN. These guys do have a Discord. I can't remember I can't quite remember the names, but they got their names and like Discord in the description in the mod, so you can follow them there technically. But yeah, so what it is basically it's a generalized overhaul of the interface. Now it doesn't overhaul everything, so it's like this screen is still kind of normal, but say for example I'll go on the skills and it looks a little bit different. Now obviously the way that it looks different is not excessive. It's not excessively different. There's a few minor touches, but this isn't where the biggest change is. The biggest change is more in the magic and the items and the item menu, but not so much the skill menu. But there is some small minor differences. Myself, do I like the way this looks? I'm not the hugest fan of it. To be honest, I'm not the hugest fan. I think for me, it's the bar bit at the bottom. There you go. Obviously, got like the health and stamina, magicka, your name, and all that kind of thing. I think for me, it's just chunky. It just looks chunky, and there's something about it. I'm just like, not a huge fan of that. But I think there was a screenshot of it of the skill bit here, and I think in the bottom left of the screen there was a picture. There was some kind of like logo or something like that. And I don't know if that was actually originally in it and then he removed it or something, I'm not totally sure. But yeah, this part, it's not hugely different, not the biggest fan of it, but it definitely could be a lot worse by basically not working whatsoever. Map obviously wouldn't change because that's a different kind of interface altogether. So if we go into magic, you can see now, so this is where it is definitely better. So as you can see, now obviously compared to how the original one was, now the image of the magic, so like in this case like the fire is on the left rather than the right. It's got a tab bar at the top rather than all being on. See, it's basically now sorted out into such a way where you've got things at the bottom, things at the top, and then you've got the main kind of interface in the middle. But the tabs are at the top rather than being on the side. Which for me, I'll say, that's good. I like that kind of system. I like how that looks. I like also by the fact that where you've got the names of whatever the spell is, you've got the symbol to the school of magic it is next to it. And the next nice thing about it is that it's coloured. It's not just black and white or whatever that, it's actually coloured. I like that. That looks nice. I like the fact that technically these ones, which is the powers, it's a brain. I don't know why exactly they've chosen a picture for a brain on it, but look, it's a brain. And navigation for it is simple. Obviously the equipping and favoriting is still the same buttons, and the tab selection is basically how you go from one tab to another tab. It's just using L1 or R1 buttons. Nice and simple, nice and easy. And you can see, and as you can tell, in the box on the right, in the bigger box, it tells you obviously the name, what level of skill it is, whether it's novice, expert, whatever kind of thing, and its cost, if it does cost something. So active effects is a little bit different. You've got the name of the active effect, and then the time, which obviously most of this would be obviously nothing, because it's permanent, but it's an easy layout, easy to work out, easy to navigate it, and I like the coloured symbols. That's definitely something I do like about it. My only little nuance about it, which is it's a little minor detail, and I don't know why. I'm just picky, I suppose. It's in the top right corner. The bar doesn't go all the way across. But that's just me being picky in like OCD situations. It's not over to the right side, it needs to be a little bit more. But no, but apart from that minor nuanced detail, the rest of it, I like how the rest of it looks. And then if you go to items, I don't know. For me, it's not obviously in the way how it works. It's still different. I think it's just because there I'm on the all tab there, so if I go to these, obviously it's a little tiny bit different in the way to like how long it takes to get down the thing, you know. So that's kind of dependent. Obviously this one, the bottom part of the bar, I think is still the same. It's just now the tabs are at the top rather than on the left, which then doesn't open up to a secondary tab which houses all the items. If you've got your tabs at the top, and then you got the actual box with all the names of the items and in the case of the weapons, the damage that they do. It tells you obviously how many you've got, what damage it does, but it actually gives you the full amount of damage. So as you can see, for example, even though it says on the box on the right it says damage 992, if you look to the big box on the left, you can see that this dagger does 9,928,552. So basically, it's a damn powerful dagger. But I like the layout because it gives you more sort of like trying to think of that. But it gives you more information. So there's one thing I'm not entirely sure exactly what it is, but I'm gonna take a potentially. And see, this is where I'm struggling because as you can see at the top, you got quantity, you got damage, weight, value, but then you got the V/W. Now I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's the value to weight ratio, which it might be. I'm not 100% sure, but it might be value to weight ratio. I mean, I could probably do the math if I want to take time. I could do the math, but I'm not going to. But I think it's value to weight, which I don't know if that's the way that shops work out the value of what it would be when you go to sell it to them. Okay, I'm back in a second. I just want to test this theory out.
Theatrics, no thief chasing.
Right, so I'm just coming here. So let's just have a look. So we'll have a look at the weapons. Okay. This Stagic Mace. So its value is 1,750. Its V/W, which I might be value to weight, is 97. So if I go to sell it to him, what have you got to sell?
Some may call this junk.
Blah, blah, blah,
Me,
blah.
I call them
And then
treasures.
okay, so it even changes shop interface, but that's fine. And it still looks fairly simple to navigate, I will say. So we go to here. So see, now the value of that is 586. Okay, it's not what I thought it was. But now the VW is 33. So I don't know what that V/W is. I'm putting it down as value to weight. But you know, let me know in the comments below if you know what it actually is meant to be. But yeah, that's it for that one. Pretty simple, plain and simple to explain. Pretty simple premise of what it does. Don't know why I got a vampire fish, nom nom nom. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, this is one of the only mods I think so far that brings in things that technically wouldn't be technically brought in by other mods by normal means, basically. But again, I'm not going to go into detail about it. This is just giving you a showing of it and giving a rough explanation of how it works and what it does. You know? Okay, yeah. So V/W is value to weight ratio. Why you need to know that, I don't know, but it's there. But anyway, so that's going to be it for this first mod. This was TK Interface Overhaul by TK Mods PSN, and as always, there will be a link in the description below if you want to try that for yourself. I've been, for this whole point of time of recording, there's been no crashes, there's been no bugs with it. I haven't done that much testing with it, but I can't see there being any issue, to be honest, because I haven't come across anything else. I've not seen anyone else bring up questions about it, or anyone asking the actual mod authors about it or anything like that too much. In the ways of problems. There might be collisions with other mods, I don't know, but from this time I've been playing with it, just messing around with it, having a look at it, I haven't occurred any bugs myself. Right, that's it for mod number 1. Next we're going to move on to mod number 2, into which we need to go, well, we could go to multiple places, but we're going to go off to Riften. Alright, so we are on with mod number 2. Well, we'll be there in a minute. I'm just heading off literally just over this way to that little thing over there, which is one of the ways into mod number 2, which is Wizard's Well by Hayam Projects. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Hayam Projects. And yeah, so this is Wizard's Well. And this is it's definitely a playhouse. I think there's a bunch of stuff to it. We're going to have a little look into it. But I think there are a couple of ways into Wizard's Well. There's one by Riften, just down here. I think there's one up here, if I can remember correctly. Yep. So you got one up that's near near Windhold. So probably around the cottage, probably, or at least next to it or something, probably more than likely. And then I think there's one by Markov, and there's one by Markov. So you got 3 different ways in, at, like 3 different points on the map. So it's like triangulated itself, basically. And so yeah, 3 different ways to get in. Probably, so obviously that means definitely more likely 3 different ways to get out. And yeah, so let's go and have a look inside the Wizard's Well. Alright, so don't know what to expect on here, but it is definitely maddening. Looks very, very funky. Very nice decoration. Oh yeah, this video might also end up being longer than some of the other videos, so do expect it to be a bit of a longish one. Okay, so obviously these are probably 3 different ways out. The problem is there's no way to tell which one goes to Markov, which one goes to Riften and all that. So that's the only thing you might kind of have to like figure out on your own. It's basically what takes you to where, basically. So let's have a look. What have we got down here? So we've got a smelter. A nicely decorated out, unique looking smelter. Lovely. Got some basic safe storage, tanning rack, which is held up by the safes. Bit unusual, but solid, we'll take it. Crossbow scorching. Fair enough. Well, we've got a sharpening wheel. Oh, no. Okay. So another form of unique. Basically, okay. So I'm gonna think there's gonna be a lot of uniqueness to this place. There's definitely a very unique looking sharpening wheel. Workbench. Oh, overspit. Okay. They decorated it out, you know, obviously, but it's kind of like a little bit lackluster compared to the others, because that's like completely different to a normal standard. That's completely different to a sharpening wheel. Whereas you can tell that's just an armorer's bench with stone table, but it's still nice that it has a unique style to it. So, you know, I can't criticise it too much. You got your anvil, and there's a whole bunch of obviously a bunch of other stuff. Okay, cool. Got a lot. That's not too bad, not too shabby. Is there actually anything back here, or is it just... I'm not going to go too far just yet, as I don't know if that goes anywhere. I have no idea. Or if it's just an empty canyon. So, I know, I might have a look at that later on. Okay, so we're going to go upstairs, I think. Anywhere else to go? No, I think it's just upstairs at the moment, I think. Oh, levitate up. Okay, well I'm looking at this second. But yeah, do expect me to potentially miss like a couple of things. So if there's something that I missed, that's kind of, if you've played this mod yourself, and there's something that I've missed, just let me know in comments below, just in case. So then, so we missed, and someone can see that. Oh, you missed that. Blah 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 blah. Up we go. Whoop. I don't want to levitate, dude. I want to. Okay. Let's try some stuff. But I don't think there's anything else over there. Yeah, the canyon, I think the canyon might be an empty canyon. I mean, the dog's kind of busted up himself, but oh well. Oh, let's have a look inside the actual building. Alright. So, obviously, it's used some of the Solstheim architecture, but nothing wrong with that. Not my favourite kind of looking architectural design, but eh. The outside looks funky, so you got your mannequin. You got a mannequin here. Storage. Okay, we've already reached the bedroom apparently. Fair enough. And a mannequin for storage. Bookshelf. All your books. Just general random clutter. Alright, cool. Nice basic layout. Nothing too fancy. Nothing too extravagant. Look, but not nicely lit up. Nice and simple, easy to find stuff. And then you go down and it's in completely different mood lighting. Lots of blue balls of lighty stuff. But I like the fact that they actually do cast their own. You know, they do cast their own beams of light. Which is fair enough. Another mannequin here. You got obviously alchemy, arcane enchanter. More just random clutter, some more pie axes for clutter, other stuff for basic clutter. Okay, cupboard. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this hasn't. Okay, so it's not been a crate. I don't think there's anything else here, is there? So I'll put it. Well, there's no other doorways, it's just literally just that one that's up there, and that's it. Okay, so there's no crazy in the inside of the building, but you know, it does the job that it'll do the job that you need it to do. Yeah. It'll do the job that it needs it to do. It's got two different colour schemes for the lighting, which I think is quite nice. Yeah, I do think actually it looks quite pretty down there. And then basically living up there. So we're going to have a quick look out here and we'll see if there's anything else. Okay, so in the way that it looks very pretty. It has the practicality of what you need. You know, you got your little building thing up there, just down there, bosh, lovely. You know, and it does the job you need it to do. I mean, could this be expanded upon? Oh, definitely could. It could definitely be expanded upon and have a bit more to it, rather than it just being this big area with just that little building. But it does not detract away from the fact that it looks pretty cool. Though the house itself, that's the thing. I would say, even though I like the inside of the house, I like the lighting and everything in it. The inside of the house is kind of lackluster to the outside. You know, because it's like so it's as an example, it's like here you've got a unique looking smelter, a unique looking sharpening wheel, a slightly more unique looking workbench. That you know, all these chains holding onto this ball that needs to be just standing on the hood of the pipes, this, that and the other, you know, you got all of that kind of stuff. But the inside of the house, it's very, to a degree, normal. If you kind of understand where I'm getting to with it, kind of thing. So compared to the outside of the house, the inside is a little bit more lackluster, but it's not to say that it's designed badly or anything like that, because it does what you need it to do. It's not overly cluttered, but it's got enough clutter to make it seem like it's meant to be a space to be lived in, and does what you need it to do. So, all in all, not too shabby. But I do reckon they could definitely expand upon this and actually add something into this for like a little like small little quest line or something, you know, just something to do, you know, maybe that you go off to kind of find like artifacts of the wizard who used to live here or something, you know, that kind of thing. But that's up for the mod author to decide on what to do, if they want to do anything else, or if they're like, nope, that's it, I'm done. And if that's the case, fair enough. But right, so yeah, this was Wizard's Well by Fame Projects, and as always, I will put a link in the description below if you want to have a look at it yourself. You know, might want to add it into your list, or just to try it out, see what you think of it, anything like it or not. Alright, so that's it for mod number 2. So we're going to move on to the final mod of the video, and for that we need to go off towards Warwickstead area, L Drive. Alright, and here we are with the final mod of the video, which is Rosefield Cottage by Elari. I'm not trying to say pronounce her name, is Elarie, like Elari, or something odd like that. Anyway, so yes, obviously, as you can see now, I think it's meant to be like based off like Somerset Isle kind of architecture. So if you're aware of Arafel and the Arafel house mod and island and all this and all that and all that jazz, which I've featured on the channel before, if you like that one, then you'll you'll at least like this one for its architectural design, basically. Though obviously not as big or as sort of like meticulously designed as Arafel, but brings a little bit of it to Skyrim itself. But it's to show where it is on the map. So Warwickstead is just up there somewhere. You know, it's not that far because it's a little bit south of Warwickstead. So when you get into Warwickstead, when you first sort of get in there, you go down the path to go through it, and there's like a little dirt path that goes up a hill on the left hand side when you come in from the eastern way, and you just go on that path, go over the hill, and you'll be basically there at Rosefield Cottage. And as you can see, we've already got somebody standing outside. Who that somebody is? Don't know. It's the person. Who are you? A canter. What? Do you do anything?
Yes.
Nope. You just.
Yes.
Or this is far. Or this is far away. Don't do anything. You just talk. Yeah. Obviously, outside the house, there's everything major to it. You know, so you don't have all of this. You don't have all of that. Blah 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 blah. So obviously everything, or at least, well, it's yet to be seen yet on what is actually inside the house. But it's obviously very bit more uniquely designed compared to other houses. They do have a bit of a wall, but minor details. So I suppose, oh, it needs a key apparently. Well, screw you, I've got the ring of unlocking, so I don't need a key. Where you get the key from then, I don't know. It might say in the description. Well, unfortunately the thing wouldn't load up for me. But yeah, but either look in the description and it should probably tell you. I would imagine at least give you like a rough idea of the description. If not, then just download the ring of unlocking and just use that. It might have something to do with this bloke, I don't know, but either way, solid. I've got the ring unlocking. I don't need to use the key. Alright, and here we are inside. So again, it's very uniquely designed. Alright then. We got here Shrine of Oriel, plans. It's very pretty, very nicely lit. There's a dustbin there, bookshelf. Right. Okay, cool. Like how it looks, very posh. It's a very posh house. But again, if you're someone who might Aerophile or likes the idea of Somerset Isle, or if you're playing as a high elf, this might not be a bad choice. Yeah, what we've got up here. We got. Okay, so you do have slightly more like kind of unique storage. So you got that for your soul gems. Then you got Arcane here, and that's all just spell terms, so you can just take whatever. And search ingredients. So yeah, so it's got slightly more unique, sort of like storage, which is always a bonus. Basically, really, to be honest, it's always a bit of a bonus. Okay, we've got a Heart of Order. I think it'd be safe to say that at least definitely some creation kit, some sort of like the Bethesda creation club mods or whatever they call them now, going to be needed. Just there you got your bed. Oh, we got a journal here. Let's have a look at the journal. You can just pause it if it needs to be. So yeah, so having made, so all that remains now is to wait for a suitable buyer. Finish our best my journey. Great, I have purposely left this journal for buyer in hopes that the unique history of Rosefield Cottage does not die, but instead continue with you, the new owner, the faces colored up in the memories. Okay, so I think it just gives you a bit of like there's a bit of backstory behind the guy outside, and something about that. I think there's like a little bit about the house as well. Do I always like a bit of lore? It always does have a little bit of expansion of lore into mods. Obviously, it's not always going to work with every single mod, but it's always nice. But why he's meant to sell it to you, but then he's still standing outside, I don't understand. But oh well, maybe he disappears when you get a hold of the key. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, inside, very pretty. Oh, there's your storage for your spell tomes. But yeah, very pretty inside. Oh, would you get out of the way, doggy? So let's have a look. So we got down there. We got basement. So I'm gonna put it this way. You're gonna have like your smith stuff. So let's have a look. Right. So look what we've got down here then. Okay. So I'll pop a damn dog in the way. Get away, doggy. Oh, right. So yeah, obviously, you got a lot of your smithing stuff down here, unique kind of storage for like weapons, the mannequins, armors. So you got your mannequins, your display cases, you got like shield racks on the wall, there are plaques on the wall as well. Just generalised storage as well, all very golden in colour. So there's a lot of gold. If you like the colour gold, then you're all set. Yeah, so obviously you got your forge. Then you go over here. You got a place for your storage for your ingots, storage for your ores, safe tanning rack. So yeah, so then this bit gives you all the other stuff that you need for smithing. The only thing I'm trying to find now is the sharpening. Oh, there it is. And there's the grindstone. So yeah, it gives you all the stuff that you need. And it's not stupidly big. Which is like, so when you get play homes that are stupidly big, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. It's kind of a thin line to what works and what doesn't. For my tastes anyway. But this one I like. It's small, it's snug, but it gives you everything that you need, and it looks nice to boot as well. But yeah, so if you don't want to have the Aerophile mod installed, Because you don't want the whole aspect of there being a whole big ass island or memory or file size, because you've already got a lot of other mods running and this and that. But you're playing as a high elf, and you want to have a high elf kind of inspired home, or just have a Somerset inspired home. Even if you're not playing as a high elf, then yeah, this one is not a bad substitute because it gives you that. It gives you that design, it gives you that aesthetic, but for file size wise, a lot less than Arapel. But if you've got the room, go for Arapel. If not, go for this one. Because they both do the same, they both do what you need them to do. So, yeah, that's it. So this was Rosefield Cottage by Alari, and as always, there will be a link in the description below if you want to have a look at it for yourself. And then, yeah, bosh, done. So that's it for Skyrim. I know this seems to be like a lackluster video for for it to be the last sort of mod showcase, but to be honest with you, I just don't have the motivation for going through multiple mods, searching for multiple mods for ages, this, that, and the other, to go out on a big sort of like video kind of thing, this, that, and the other. I mean, if you're interested in seeing of what were my favourite mods, or my top 5 mods, or top 10 mods were throughout the whole entire lot of every single mod that I've shown off, then yeah, let me know in the comments below, and I might do like a special video on it where I'm just going over those top 10 or that top 5, but in the ways of actual showcasing, in the ways of showcasing new mods, there's nothing else. There's going to be no more videos on that. So, but as I said at the beginning of the video, it's not completely goodbye from Skyrim. It's going to take a backbench, and basically there will be some special videos where I'm showing off a mod that I've made, because it might be like a walkthrough. If it's a quest mod, I'll do a walkthrough because I always get a lot of questions half the time, and it's like, oh, I couldn't do that on that one, or where do you find this? And it's like, oh, so I always like to do a walkthrough to help people with that. So there'll be special videos of Skyrim on that. There may be a casual playthrough of the game where I'm just playing it casually. It kind of depends. It's kind of dependent. I'm not entirely sure yet. If there's interest in it, I'll do it. If not, then I probably won't, but I might do it. It depends. I'll have to see how I feel on it. Because again, I don't do this for a job. I just do this for fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Skyrim. But if you have any questions about previous mods that I've shown, or if I have shown, or if have you tried this mod before, and then obviously I can let you know if I have or not, blah blah blah. You can either let me know in the comments below, or if you go into the description, you will find a link to my Discord, which will then obviously take over to my Discord, which you can ask there. If you're looking to get into modding, you can also ask me questions there as well. Because I'm always happy to try and help people with modding questions if needs be. But as always, if I don't know it, then maybe someone on there who does, because I do have a couple of other modders who are also on my Discord as well. You also will be able to keep up to date with what mods I'm working on when I get back to doing them again. Sort of like keeping up to date what's been going on with them, when I plan to hopefully get them released, this and the other, and all that kind of information. There is a new set of tabs set up for some future idea for games that I'm going to do. I do plan to do some series on. You'll have information on there if you're interested, or at least eventually there'll be some information on there if you're interested. But bada bing, bada boom, and just keep up to general what I plan to do with like YouTube and stuff like that when it comes to it. But apart from that, that's it. So if you did like this video, remember to also like and subscribe. And obviously at the end of this video there will be a link to the playlist of basically a whole bunch of other Skyrim videos and other mods that I've shown off. And you can obviously check through the older videos as well. I've got 2 different playlists for Skyrim in the ways of mod showcasing. So you got plenty of content to go through if you want to. And that's it. So until next time, I'll see you all later.